Hey friends, it's Erica. Today I have a process video for you today using my November Patreon kit. This is for my top tier level, and I'm also using the exclusive cut file for this month. You get 2 cut files, and actually this month for November I'm doing a bonus cut file. So everybody will get the Life is Good cut file and then the exclusive cut file, and then in the upper tiers you also get that 3rd cut file, which will be the triangle, like the cluster of triangles. So I am just going to take this cut file, and this one was designed by Lacey Ann. Lacey Ann Designs did the Life is Good and then the triangle cluster, and then the Grateful Heart one is designed by Ashley Horton. So I cut this out on some white textured cardstock, and I'm just gonna back my 2 photos that I have here using the letters, the letter I and then the letter D I'll use for my photos. They are photos from my niece's wedding that we just attended over a couple weekends ago. So there's a photo of Alyssa and I in front of this really cute photo backdrop that they had, and the lighting was not the best, and we could not get our flash to work on our phones. I think it was because of that neon light in the back. But they still came out cute, and I absolutely love them. And then the other photo is of Alyssa and Grant and I. And it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun at the wedding. So I just wanted to document these photos. I have a ton of photos from the wedding, but I thought these were really cute. So I'm going to use the photos to back 2 of the letters. And Alyssa and I fit perfectly in the letter I, and then the 3 of us there in the letter D. And then I'm going to use the 6x8 papers that come in the kit to back the rest of, not all the papers, just some of the pattern papers to back the rest of the cut file. I absolutely love to use cut files, and I'm sure all of you already know this. So it's important to me to try to include some smaller papers in the Patreon kits. So I hope you guys enjoy the smaller scale papers in the kits. So I'm just going to go through and back the letters in the cut file, the ones that I don't have the photos on. And I left all of this in, most of it in. I did cut a little bit of it out, but just so I can show you my process. Sometimes I do cut all of it out and just show you the backed cut file, but I decided that I would just leave it all in so you can see my process of backing all of the letters in this file. And I love big titles like this. I always have a hard time coming up with titles for my layouts. So being able to just use a cut file that already has a title is perfect for me. So I usually go through and pick out, depending on the size of the title, 4 to 6 different pattern papers. I don't want it to be totally busy, and that's not true 100% of the time, because sometimes I do want a lot of color and every letter will be a different pattern. But most of the time I do try to stick to like 4 to 6 pattern papers for the layout, so it's not too crazy. I absolutely love the colors in this collection. They just scream fall to me, and I thought they went really well with my photo. So I always try to pick one that has white, some type of a white background with a pattern, so that will be the white with the florals on it. And then I always, if there is a black in the collection, I try to include something that has the black in it as well, because I think that really helps the colors in a collection pop. I love when a collection includes black patterns in the papers or the designs. So this yellow is really, really pretty, so that color for sure has to go in this as well. And then that really pretty rust color is also one of my favorites, so I'm going to include that in this backing of the cut file as well. So for this kit, I did include some journaling bits, and then my favorite thing from this collection kit that I put together was the sticker book. It's a pricier embellishment, but it's totally worth it because it is filled with so many different elements, and I love that. I just love it. So the sticker book has 2 different alphas and 2 different colors and shapes and sizes, and lots of tabs and lots of circles, a whole sheet of florals, a sheet that is perfect for titles, and then just a whole bunch of different elements. There's like 260 something pieces in the sticker book, which is amazing. So I decided to do the sticker book instead of the ephemera pack, but I also included die cut journaling bits. So I think it's a great kit, and it's filled with all kinds of stuff to use on your projects. So I hope you guys really, really enjoy it this month. I can't wait to see what everyone creates with this kit, and I want to see how you guys use the cut files. The triangle one is super cute, and I can't wait to use that one next and share with you guys what I did with that one. And then that heart. I love hearts. I love big elements to put in the center of a page, like that big heart that says grateful, or is it together? I think it's grateful. That's going to be really fun. It's going to go perfect with this collection as well. I actually did a really, really good job on that one, and I'm really excited to use that one. So just getting all of these letters backed, and I really love how this is looking. Oh, these colors are just perfect. So just taking my pencil, tracing the inside of the cut file, or the cut file, and then I go in and trace around my pencil line, making sure that I leave a little bit of a border. This glue that I'm using, I love this glue, but it's usually not the one that I use for my cut file, so it's making things extra sticky, and it's coming out a lot faster than I'm used to. I usually like to use something that has a really, really fine tip. And this one does have a fine tip, but not that super thin metal tip that I have on my other adhesives. So just trying to be careful and not get glue everywhere. But it is really sticky, and it does work really well to adhere things down. So once I do have this cut file all backed with all of these pretty pattern papers, I am going to go in and add foam tape all over the back of this cut file, and I have this big roll of tape here, and I believe this one that I have here is from scrapbook.com. They had a huge adhesive sale, and I made sure that I stocked up on some nice big rolls of foam tape. I love the foam tape. It's just easy to back the cut file. Just cut some large strips and then add it to the back of the cut file. And then for my base, I'm going to use a white textured background. I'm going to trim that down to 11.5 by 11.5, and then pull out two pattern papers from the kit. One is black with small florals on it, and that one I'm just going to trim down just a little bit larger than the 11.5 by 11.5, and then a white with florals on it will be the 12 by 12 that I mat everything on. So you'll just be able to see a little bit of that black pattern paper behind the white, and then the white with the florals. I just really love the way it's the same white that I used to back some of the letters, and I just really love the way that looks. I love a floral background. It's just so pretty, and I just thought that this black would help kind of make it pop just a little bit. What I like about this, there it is right there, that's what I'll use. The 6 by 8 pad is that you get 2 additional pattern papers that are not in the 12 by 12 papers, so that's really nice. So I did include that black that is in the 6 by 8 that you get that is not included in the 12 by 12. I used that on the letters in my cut file. So I'm just going to trim this black down, and then once I have it trimmed down, I am going to get the inside of the pattern paper just so that I can use this pattern on something else. I know that I have other cut files that I want to back, and this is a smaller print, so this will work well to back a cut file. So I'm just going to make sure I have it sized how I want it. And like I said, it's just a little bit larger than the 11.5 by 11.5, and then I'm going to go in and just gut a square from the inside of this pattern paper. And then I will gut the other pattern paper that I use as well, the white with the florals all over it, just because those florals are too pretty, and definitely going to fussy cut out the florals that are left in this piece of pattern paper that I gut. It's just too pretty not to use it, so I have to definitely gut it and save as much of that pattern paper as possible. I gut a lot of my papers when there's lots of florals and things that can be cut out like that. It just helps stretch out your kits. So I'm going to get these papers all adhered down together. I'm going to start with this white paper. I'm going to distress the edges of this white one a little bit with my scissors, and then use my tape runner to get it stuck down to this black floral paper. And then I will take these two and adhere them down to the white floral paper. And I think that black just kind of helps it pop a little bit. Sorry, Liam just came in, busting into the room. Okay, so I'm just adhering this down using this tape runner. And I love this tape runner. It's smaller. I've tried using that ATG gun. I used to use that years and years ago, but gosh, refilling that thing was such a pain, and it was huge. And yeah, so I stopped using that, and I would use the smaller ones, but I have tons of those too, but they always end up running out like really, really fast. So I really like this one. I think this one is from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. I need to get a refill for this one because I really, really like the size of this one, and it works really, really well. So now it's the fun part to add all the embellishments. First thing I do is grab this beautiful floral, and I'm going to pop that up right there. I think it's just the perfect spot for that. And then I'm going to add in some of these birds from the collection. I do end up going and doing 3 birds in 3 different spots on the page, and then creating 3 different floral clusters. This layout came together really quick. Once everything was backed, just adding some florals and some of the birds and some of the word strips, and it was done. I absolutely love the way that it came out. I love the colors. I love the photos behind the letters, and it's just a whole lot of fun and just so pretty. Love the big cut file. It's been a long time since I've done a video, and it's been a long time since I've created a layout just to create a layout, like to sit down and just create one just for myself. No design team or anything like that. So it felt nice to just do a layout just because I felt like doing a layout. So I just love the way that this came out. So just popping up some of these florals and getting them where I want them on the page. Let me know what you think of this layout and what you think of this month's kit. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you love the colors and all of the beautiful florals in this collection? And I can't wait to see what you guys create. So I'm just tucking in some florals up here so that there's some peeking out behind the letter. And then I have the floral with the bird on top of the L as well. Once I have all of the florals stuck down, I'm going to go in with some enamel dots for a little bit of a different texture to the page. And then I will just tuck in some little bits of florals around the page and then add in some of the word strips. Some of the word strips are from the sticker book, and then I do use one of them that is from the journaling bits, and I'm going to pop those up on some foam strips. These foam strips that I use are from Amazon. I absolutely love them. They are so affordable, and they come in this clear little pouch, and you get a ton of them. They are linked in my Amazon store, and I'll make sure that I leave my Amazon store link down below. It was a great crafty find. One day when I was searching for my cardstock, I decided to look up some foam strips, and these are perfect, and they're thin, and they work great for popping smaller elements up and also for making shakers. So I will have some still shots for you guys at the end. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys love this month's kit. Thank you guys so much for being one of my patrons. I truly appreciate it. You guys are the best, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day, guys.